This guitar is seriously super! Hey guys, welcome back to the Bald Shredder channel, and today we are checking out the DST-700 in the natural finish from Donner. And I'm being completely sincere when I say that this guitar is totally awesome. And you can get this bad boy on their website right now for only $499. But because you guys are lucky enough to be watching this video today, there is a discount code, and it's my name, Richard. I've got the link down in the video description that will take you right to the website where you can get this guitar if you want to, and use that discount code and you'll get an even better price. Now I'm gonna tell you all about this killer shred machine, but I want you guys to hear it. So let's get right to the playing samples. You're gonna hear me do some rhythm samples, some clean samples, and some shredding, of course. And watch carefully in the video, guys, because you're gonna be seeing me doing this. That's right, push, pull, pop for the coil split, so watch for that. Here we go. Alright guys, so did you like what you just heard right there? And if you did, I've got two recommendations for you. Number one, if you are not currently subscribed to the Bald Shredder already, if you could just take a second and reach down and hit that subscribe button, that would be awesome. Number two, if you want to hear more killer shredding like what you just heard, well, I've got two CDs out right now, two full-length albums, both of them over 20 songs each, and they're both in my eBay store. Of course, I've got a link for that in the video description as well. Alright, so the guitar, I mean, you see it's got this beautiful, just amazing natural finish. Well, that's because it's mahogany, and you can see the beautiful wood grain in the mahogany, and it's got the nice like matte finish. It's not high gloss, and you can see the back as well, that really nice looking mahogany, and the neck is also mahogany. It has a nice modern C-shaped profile, not too chunky, like fairly thin, really comfortable, great for fast playing. And then the fretboard is real rosewood, which just looks so nice with everything going on here. Now the first thing that totally blew me away when I pulled this thing out of the box, it's got jumbo frets. Now when you look at their website, it says medium jumbo. But to me, when I look at these and when I'm playing on it, these don't feel like medium jumbo. These are like actual jumbo. And different people have different definitions, you know, because I've seen other guitars advertised as medium jumbo, and they've been smaller than this. And these are real jumbo frets, and they're great frets. And then you combine that with the excellent fretwork that they've got going on here, and what that results in is some of the lowest action that I've had on any guitar ever, like crazy low, and there's no fret buzz because again, the fretwork is amazing. And let me tell you something about the frets here, guys. It doesn't have the rounded ball ends, but they don't need them. You know why? Because the fretwork is done exceptionally well. If the frets are done well and done the way they should be done, and everything's like, you know, nice and sanded, no sharp ends, whatever, you don't need those rounded ball ends. And that's actually what I prefer, is something like this, where they're not rounded off, they're not pre-cut, they're put on there, they're cut, then they're, you know, sanded or whatever, and it's just, yeah, it's perfect. And then the neck itself's got a 12-inch radius, and then 25.5-inch scale length. And the premium features don't stop there, guys. Wow, this thing is just like jam-packed with amazing features. Real bone nut, which is cut and installed perfectly. And check this out, guys. The truss rod adjustment down at the end of the neck instead of up at the headstock, which makes it way easier for adjusting the truss rod. You don't have to take that cover off, move the strings out of the way, all that kind of stuff. Very convenient. Now, what do we have here? Well, we've got two Alnico 5 high output pickups. Yes! The bridge pickup is especially hot. I measured both of them. The bridge pickup, the output is 16.35K. In the neck position, we've got 6.92K. When it's in the middle position, it is 4.93K. And then when you do the push-pull and engage the coil splitting for the bridge pickup, you're gonna get 8.42K. Now you guys know, I don't do a whole lot of whammy. My preferred bridge is a hardtail bridge. Well, you can see, this is not a hardtail. It's got a 2-point floating trem bridge, and it is excellent. First of all, I could tell immediately just by looking at it that the material is much better than like your more inexpensive guitars. They've used good quality metal. The saddles are stainless steel. And take a look at the block in the back, guys. You can see this is a bigger, chunkier, heavier block, which is gonna add to the sound and the durability of the bridge. And it stays in tune really well, which part of it is the bridge, of course, but that also has to do with the locking tuners. Okay, what else do I like about it? Well, the upper fret access is really good, and that's because if you look at the back here, we've got this nice little cutaway here for, you know, hand position. It's got the rounded off heel, which is so much better than that corner poking you in the hand. It's got the 4 screws, no plate. This is really just like the best design, and I really wish all bolt-on guitars would have this kind of setup. And like I said earlier, guys, and as you can obviously see, it's 22 frets. The only thing that I wish this guitar was that it isn't currently is I wish it was 24 frets instead of 22. And I think like based on this design and the look of it and everything, that this guitar is kind of like begging to be 24 frets instead of 22, but that is absolutely not gonna stop me from loving this guitar because it is fantastic. Okay, what about the weight? How much does it weigh? An all mahogany guitar, mahogany body, mahogany neck, might be kind of heavy. Not really. I weighed it and it clocked in almost exactly at 7 pounds, so not too heavy. Now I did a little exploring on the back of the guitar here, guys, so take a look at the electronics cavity and you can see the wiring and the pots and so forth. You see this little circle plate right here? You know, so obviously there's some kind of hole in there. I was really curious, like, what the heck is in there? Does it have something to do with the jack or something? I don't know. So I took that cover off and look what I found. An empty hole! Now I can only speculate on this, guys, but you see the shape of that hole? It kind of looks like you could fit a 9-volt battery in there, right? So what I'm thinking is that their initial plan when they were having the bodies cut and made, whatever, is that they were gonna put active pickups in there. Because if you have active pickups, you need a battery, right? So that would have been the battery compartment. But these are not active pickups, these are Alnico 5 pickups. So at some point in the production process, they must have changed their mind on the pickups and didn't go with the active, but they've still got that little hole there and they had to put the cover plate on it. So yeah, no big deal. But that does give you the option so that if you do get this guitar and you're like, hey, I wanna throw some active pickups in there, you've got that battery compartment ready to go. Okay guys, now seriously, this guitar gets my highest recommendation. It is just so good. There isn't really anything on here that's like, it's not very good or needs to be improved, other than I would like 24 frets, but that's just kind of a preference thing. The pickups sound good, the neck is thin, it's got the big jumbo frets, excellent fretwork, low action. The trim, which I normally don't use trims, really responsive, really good, stays in tune. I mean, there's literally nothing not to like. Also guys, the guitar does come with a really nice gig bag. It's thick, it's heavily padded, it's got the rubber pieces on the bottom, you know, the big pocket. It's a really good quality gig bag. And the guitar does come in another color, in a green color, but the green one, instead of being humbucker, it is a humbucker with 2 single coils, if that's your preference. Alright guys, so that about does it for the Donner DST-700 in the natural finish. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time!